So as most of you, if not all of you know by now, there is a new executive running the basketball operations for the Chicago Bulls in Arturas Karnisovas. So I thought, you know what? Why not share all the information that I have found about him with you guys, get you guys familiar with him, just like how I'm trying to get familiar with him and find out what type of basketball mind he is and what he's done. So with that being said, that's what we're going to talk about here. What is going on, guys? FaizSportsTalk back at it with another video talking, of course, some NBA here to talk about the Bulls. So if you're a Bulls fan, what are you doing? Make sure you go ahead and subscribe. You are not going to want to miss out on the content. I'm bringing that heat. Make sure you go ahead and subscribe, and make sure you follow me on my social media links down below and on the screen for my Twitter, Instagram, in the description as well. So let's get started, shall we? So I'm literally going to just share the facts with you guys about his playing career, his post-playing career, everything else in between. So let's get started with this playing career. This man is a former professional basketball player, okay? Believe it or not, he did play professionally, not in the NBA, but he did play professionally in Europe and played in the top 4 leagues in Europe at the highest level in Italy, France, Greece, Spain, played in all of them. So this man has game. He has balled before, okay? Number 2, he played against the Dream Team in 92. That's right, the greatest talent he ever assembled on a squad, the 92 Dream Team. We know with MJ, Magic, Bird, etc. He played against them in 1992, okay? Just a fun fact for you guys. The other thing, this is more so in his post-playing career, or I should say one more thing about his playing career. He did win European Player of the Year in 1996, I believe. So just to add to the fact that this man really did have some game. Post-playing career, started out with the Houston Rockets as a scout, worked with them for 5 years, and Daryl Morey is a huge fan of him. Even said some words about him getting hired. I believe on the radio station on 670, he's talked about that Karnisovas is obsessed. He lives and breathes basketball. And, you know, he's an analytics guy as well, because, you know, anybody associated with Daryl Morey is going to be good with analytics. And that's something the Bulls haven't had. And the part about him being obsessed, remember the last time the Bulls had somebody that lived and breathed and was obsessed with basketball? Yeah, his name was Tom Thibodeau. That went pretty well, didn't it? So just putting that out there, okay? So he did do that. He also directed the European camp, which is basically like the combine for Europe. So he knows all the top talent in Europe, and he's been familiar with that. And obviously, it has translated over to his executive career because he's found a number of European players, which I'll get into in just a second. And now talking about his executive career with the Denver Nuggets, which he joined them in 2013. Now, he was not the general manager at this point. That happened in 2017. But in 2013, joining the Nuggets front office, Arturas Karnisovas helped draft Nikola Jokic at number 41 and retain him. Okay, so there you go with the finding European players. He did help draft Jokic. He traded away Anthony Randolph and the rights to Doug McDermott and Gary Harris for Yusuf Nurkic. And that one should sting a little bit more to Bulls fans because that trade was with the Chicago Bulls. Yes, that is right. We traded away Doug McDermott. We traded away Gary Harris and Yusuf Nurkic for Doug McDermott. Okay? And he was the mastermind, or one of the masterminds behind that move. And he would have kept Yusuf Nurkic if him and Jokic fit. So remember that. Not only did he have one European stud in Jokic, but he also had another in Yusuf Nurkic that he drafted. Okay? Drafted Gary Harris. So I wanted to point that out. He hit on Jamal Murray and retained him, signed into an extension. So keep in mind, folks, it's not just about drafting the studs, because the Bulls have drafted studs. It's about retaining them. AKA guys like Jimmy Butler, the Bears. I know the Bulls traded him, but you get my point here. It's not just about being able to draft guys. You have to be able to retain them. They have to want to stay with you because of the culture you've built around. So that tells you the culture was great in Denver, and that's why these guys wanted to stay even after they were drafted. So he hit on Jamal Murray and retained him. He then hit on Michael Porter Jr. And yes, you might think it's too early to say Michael Porter Jr. is already considered a hit, but I'm telling you folks, MPJ, you watch him, you can see the potential, the talent. Nobody wanted to take a chance on him in that draft because of his medical issues, and the Bulls could have drafted MPJ as well, but they didn't. They passed up on him. The Nuggets snagged him up, And that was also something that was part of what Karnisovas did as well. Okay, then he traded away Aaron Afalo and Alonzo Gee for Will Barton and Malik Beasley. Okay, so not just good at drafting, but trades as well. Help trade Aaron Afalo and Alonzo Gee for Will Barton and Malik Beasley. Okay, and Will Barton obviously still on the roster. Malik Beasley, they did trade him, but that was only because he wasn't getting playing time. Okay, then he drafted Monty Morris at 51. Monty Morris was a fantastic late round pick. So that to me, again, showcases the draft. He helped draft Monty Morris. And then finally, when he got promoted as a general manager in 2017, one of his first moves was signing Paul Millsap to a free agent contract. So this is big here because, again, the Bulls, this is where they miss a lot. And I'm not saying Paul Millsap's a homer run hit, but you have to remember, when you are building a young team and you want to help them grow, you need to be able to add veterans. So the two key moves the Nuggets did was what? They brought in Will Barton via trade to add some of that veteran experience, and he fit a position. And then they brought in Paul Millsap for that veteran experience, and he fit a position. So both these guys start for the team right now, okay? You had Jamal Murray, Gary Harris. So Jamal Murray drafted, Gary Harris drafted. That small forward Will Barton traded, that they traded for. Paul Millsap, free agent signee, and then Jokic at center that they drafted. That is how you build a core right there, okay? So he did absolutely help sign Paul Millsap. And then this is the craziest stat of them all, and this should sell you. If nothing else that I've told you right now, I've told you this should sell you. The win totals since he joined the Nuggets. 30 wins, 33 wins, 40 wins, 46 wins, 54 wins. And this current season before he got suspended, 43 wins, on pace for 54 wins. So that is how you incrementally improve. That is how you build an NBA team. And that is exactly why myself and all of these Bulls fans are excited about Karnisovas, because of the resume here. This is a man that has literally done it. He's shown you, look at this list, folks. I mean, my God, this is impressive. Okay, some of the stuff he's done is impressive, and that is what I'm hoping obviously he can do with the Bulls. That is obviously what everybody else is hoping with the Bulls, and I feel like he will be able to do it, because here's the thing. The roster wasn't the biggest issue for the Bulls. The Bulls have talent on this roster. Contrary to what people think, I believe the Bulls have a lot of talent that is untapped. Lauri Markkanen, we know, obviously, the awful season he's had. Zach LaVine, we know, obviously, could have been an all-star this year. Kobe White came on late. Wendell Carter Jr. still has potential. There is solid talent on this team. And if Karnisovas is able to do even half of what he did in Denver, we are going to be good, and we are going to be able to get back to that contender level sooner rather than later. So there you have, folks. Hopefully that helped give you guys a greater understanding of Karnisovas and what he's done so far and why people were so excited about him. I mean, he has been ready for this for a while now, okay? And think about it like this. This man moved up the ranks from scout, assistant GM, and now he is literally running the entire show, executive VP of basketball operations. That is the top of the top. I mean, besides really the owner, that is the guy running the show. So now he gets to do everything from, being able to pick the GM, the assistant GM, the scouts, the coaches, everything. He's running the show. And if you've seen, obviously, what he's done, you can trust him. And I certainly do trust him. So hopefully this video helped you guys out, find out really what he's done so far. And let me know if it did in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Helps me out a lot. Please make sure to subscribe. As always, thanks for watching.